Hello students, welcome to RD Chemistry. This is our first practice paper for NEET 2021. After reading each question, pause the video, try to solve the problem, then play the video to get the solution. So shall we start now? Question number 1. The equilibrium constant at 717 Kelvin for the reaction H2 plus I2 to give 2HI is 50. The equilibrium constant for the reaction 2HI to give H2 plus I2 is. You can pause the video here after each question. Now second equation is obtained by reversing the first equation. First equation reversed. When you reverse the first equation, its equilibrium constant is a reciprocal. That means 1 divided by 50 it becomes, which is equal to 0.02 or 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. So the answer is option number 2. Second one is the answer, right? Question number 2. Depression of freezing point of which of the following solutions does represent cryoscopic constant of water? Pause the video. Now here the depression of the freezing point delta Tf is equal to Kf into molality. According to the question, delta Tf should be equal to Kf, which means molality should be equal to 1. So we have to find out among the four options which one gives you molality is equal to 1. Option number 4, this is capital letter M. This is the molarity. One molarity may not be equal to one molality, correct? It is not be equal to each other. Okay. Now your answer is option number C. See here, 59 grams of solution is there. 59 grams of solution they are taken. In that 9 grams of glucose is present. 9 grams of glucose, remaining 50 grams of water is present. So we will calculate now molality. Molality is equal to number of moles of the solute divided by mass of the solvent in terms of kg, or remember. So what is the number of moles? Given mass 9 gram divided by what is the molar mass of glucose? Remember glucose is 180. Whole divided by mass of solvent. Solvent in terms of grams 50 grams converted into kg. So divided by 1000. So which is equal to 9 divided by 180 into 1000 divided by the 50. 1000 divided by 50. Right? So this is equal to 9 ones are 9 twos are 20 here. 20 into 50 is equal to 1000 and 1000 here also. Therefore molality is equal to 1. Correct? So when molality is equal to 1, delta Tf is equal to delta Kf. Right? The answer is option number 3. Right? Question number 3. Dyeing of fibers involves. Dyeing means coloring the fiber. Okay? Coloring the fiber. You can pause the video. Adsorption, absorption, sorption, all of these. Answer is all of these. Fourth one is the answer. Question number 4. Which of the following statement is not correct? Incorrect statement at find out. The shape of the atomic orbital depends on the azimuthal quantum number. This is correct, right? L is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. This will give SPD F subshells. Correct statement. Orientation of the atomic orbital depends on the magnetic quantum number that is represented by M. This will give the whether they are the px orbital, py orbital, pz orbital. This is determined by the magnetic quantum number. Correct one. Energy of an electron in the atomic orbital of multi-electron atom depends on the principal quantum number. That means they are telling that depends only on the n value. But the energy of the atomic orbitals are given by the formula n plus L. So this is deciding, n plus L deciding the energies of the orbital. Therefore option number 3 the wrong statement, incorrect statement. Last one, the number of degenerated atomic orbitals of one type of depends on the azimuthal quantum number L, which is the correct. Okay, the answer is option number C. Question number 4. How many PO bonds and POH bonds respectively are present in the orthophosphoric acid? Orthophosphoric acid is a H3PO4. So phosphorus is the central atom, P double bond O. Then you have got remaining 3 oxygen, 1, 2 and 3. Hydrogens attach the oxygens, correct? Now if we count carefully, PO bonds are how many number? 1 number, and POH bonds are 3 number. Therefore answer is option number 3. So third one is the answer, C is the answer. Question number 6. Drug which bind to the receptor site and inhibits its natural function is inhibits. Okay, so remember, and this is a straightforward question, antagonist, anti, remember, inhibits. Option number B is the answer. Question number 7. Which one of the following pairs do not impart color to the flame? We have studied there are some ions which can give the flame colors. Okay, we have got strontium. Strontium can give crimson red color. Crimson red color. Calcium gives the brick red color. Brick red color. Barium gives apple green color. Apple green color. Correct. Now here beryllium ion B2 plus and magnesium 2 plus, they do not give color to the flame because their ionization energy is very high. Jumping of electron not possible. Electron transition is not possible. Therefore answer is option number 2 because of its very high ionization potential. Which of the following is not correct? About the germanium they given. Germanium oxide is acidic is correct. Germanium dioxide is also acidic is correct. Okay. Now left with the two options here. Now remember G plus 2 state and G plus 3 plus 4 state. Okay. Now this belongs to the carbon family: carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. Correct. Due to inert pair effect, the plus 4 oxygen state decreases down the group and plus 2 state increases, okay, down the group. Okay, but carbon plus 4 state, silicon plus 4 state, germanium plus 4 state are more predominant. That means germanium plus 4 is more stable. So more stable. Therefore, it's a salt also. Germanium tetrachloride should be more stable than germanium dichloride. So the second is a wrong statement. Okay, whereas the fourth one is the correct statement because germanium has got a d orbital which can receive two chloride ions to form GCl62 minus. Okay, so answer is B here. Question number 9. Among the following essential amino acid, so it is the essential amino acid here and remaining should be the non-essential amino acids. Answer is option number B here. These are essential, rest 3 are non-essential amino acid which we need not take through the food. Essential amino acids, those amino acids which we have to take through food. Okay. Question number 10. Which of the following is correct for SF4? So this is with respect to hybridization, chemical bonding. So we have got SF4. So I'll use that formula technique. Hybridization is equal to half into valence electron plus number of monovalent atoms around the central atom minus C charge on the cation or anion here. Okay, but this is a neutral molecule. So it is half into sulfur belongs to the oxygen family. So valence electrons are 60 number and fluorine atoms are monovalent 4 in number, no charges 0. Therefore 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. Okay, but around sulfur there are 4 fluorine atoms are they form 4 bonds. The one should be the lone pair. Okay, and number 5 represent s orbital, 3 p orbitals and 1 d orbital. So sp3d hybridization, 5 atomic orbitals are involved, right? So it has got trigonal bipyramidal shape. Trigonal bipyramidal shape. So how would you write down trigonal bipyramidal shape? Sulfur is the central atom. Then I should have 3, okay, orbitals in the same plane like this, trigonal. above the plane and below the plane. There is one lone pair. Remember always, lone pair generally is there on the equatorial position like this, then remaining 4 fluorine atoms like this. Okay, 4 fluorine atoms like this. Or I can also write the lone pair on the other way around to convey the structure. So fluorine, fluorine here, fluorine here, and fluorine here, and I can write the lone pair on the equatorial position. Okay, and if you rotate this structure, it looks like a seesaw shaped structure. Okay, it has got seesaw shape. That means rest of the statements wrong statement. There is only one lone pair, but it has got trigonal bipyramidal geometry, which is wrong here, and there are 5 bonding, only 4 sigma bonds are there. Correct? So answer is option number A. Question number 11. For a chemical reaction can never be a fraction. Order can be fraction, order can be 0, half-life can be an integer, okay? It can be fraction also, but molecularity is always a whole number. The answer is option number 3. Molecularity can never be a fraction. Rate constant can be a fraction also, okay? So the answer is option number C. Question number 12. Which of the following statement is an incorrect statement? H2, H2O2 is a pale blue viscous liquid. It is the correct statement. Hydrogen peroxide can act as the oxidizing agent as well as the reducing agent. Also correct statement. In hydrogen peroxide, two hydroxyl groups lie on the same plane. Actually, it is the wrong one because it is open book structure like this. Oxygen, oxygen, then hydrogens on the other way around, and it can draw the open book like structure like this. They are not there in the same plane because there is some angle here. Okay, got it? They are not in the same plane. Clear? So answer is option number C, which is the wrong statement. Next question. Which of the following has the highest coagulating power of arsenic sulfide salt? Arsenic sulfide salt is a negative colloid or negative salt. Now to coagulate the negative salt, we require positive ions. Okay, and positive ions are available. One is the aluminium, other one is the potassium. Now according to Hardy-Schule rule, we require the positive ions to coagulate the negative salt of the colloid. Now according to Hardy-Schule rule, there must be higher valency, higher charge. Larger the valency of the active ion, better is the coagulating power. Therefore, aluminium is the better one to coagulate this negative colloid. So option number B is the answer. Clear? Next question. The amount of water produced by the combustion of 16 grams of methane. Combustion means reacts with the oxygen. So consider 1 mole of the methane reacts with oxygen to give carbon dioxide and water H2O. Okay. By the equation, 1 mole of carbon, hydrogens are 4 in number, 2 water molecules, oxygen therefore becomes 4 in number, so it will make 2 here. So molar mass of methane is 16 gram. 16 grams of methane gives 2 into molar mass of water is 18. So 18 into to the 36 grams are obtained. Therefore answer is option number B here. The order of heat of fusion of T2D2H2, which means this is a tritium, this is a deuterium, and this is a hydrogen. Okay, 3 molecules are given and heat of order of the fusion. Remember here, as the atomic mass increases, the heat of fusion also increases. Heat of fusion also increases, that you have to remember. So the answer is option number A. First one is the answer. The photochemical smog is essentially caused by the presence of. It's a straightforward question. Answer is option number B, oxides of nitrogen and hydrocarbons here. Question number 17. The following graph illustrates. So there is a variation of volume and the temperature here, correct? Which means the pressure is a constant. Now we get a straight line here. That means they are directly proportional at constant pressure, which is nothing but the Charles law, right? Option number B is the answer. Frankel defect is generally observed in. Here answer is all of these: silver bromide, silver iodide, zinc sulfide. So the answer is all of these is the answer. Remember, silver bromide can exhibit both Frenkel defect as well as the Schottky defect. Question number 19. 45 grams of ethylene glycol is mixed with 600 grams of water. The freezing point of solution Kf is given. Now to solve this problem, you know that if I take pure water, its freezing point is 0 degree centigrade or 273.15 Kelvin. When add the solute, its freezing point decreases, should be less than 0 degree or less than 273.15 Kelvin. For that, what you need to do is deduct this number with the delta TF, there's a depression of freezing point. Okay, that will be the answer. So how to calculate delta TF? Delta TF is equal to Kf into the 1000 into W2 divided by W1 into molar mass M2. Okay. We'll substitute now. Kf is given 1.86 into 1000 is given. W stand for weight of the solute dissolved. 45 grams are dissolved in 600 grams of water into the molar mass of the ethylene glycol is equal to 62 grams per mole. Okay, so this is divided by 62. This will give the answer as a 2.25. Okay, 2.25. Now what you do is 273.15 minus 2.25 will give us 270.95 approximately it gives. So therefore answer is option number B. Second one is the answer. Clear? Question number 20. Which of the following statement is incorrect? They speak about xenon difluoride. Xenon difluoride has got linear shape like this, linear shape. But there are three lone pair of electrons. There are three lone pair of electrons are there. Okay. So it has got trigonal bipyramidal geometry, and they are given here last one 2 bond pairs and 3 lone pairs are there, which is the correct statement. Now see the C option also. It gives rise to Xc plus O2. The next molecule will be HF. Correct? Cl. Now it has become from XCF2 reacting with the water. Okay, hydrolysis. Now here it is a +2 state, becomes xenon 0 state. You know that xenon is a stable one and it has got the octet structure. These are the noble gases, so it becomes 0 state here. Correct? That means it undergoes reduction. If it undergoes reduction, it should be very good oxidizing agent. It should be very good oxidizing agent. Right? Therefore, third statement is correct. Fourth statement is also correct. When Xc and F2 are mixed, we'll get XcF2, which is also correct. And it is a powerful reduced agent that given. This is wrong. And you have seen that just now. It should be a powerful oxidizing agent because oxidizing agent which undergoes reduction easily. Correct. Therefore, option number 1 is the incorrect statement. Next question, which statement is a false statement here? Option A, the elements of 5th B group are transition elements. If you see the periodic table, 5th B belongs to transition elements, correct? It's a D block, comes in the D block. This numbering comes in the D block. Now 5th A groups are the all are metalloids. Now 5th A, if you see, it comes in the P block. In the P block is the nitrogen family. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth here. Nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals. Arsenic and antimony are the metalloids, and bismuth is a metal. So that is a wrong statement. So answer should be B. Elements of 1A and 2A are the metals here. This is the F block element, alkaline earth metal, correct. Elements of 4A groups are neither strongly electronegative nor strongly electropositive. This is the carbon family. So this is the carbon family. This statement also correct. So the wrong statement is option number B. Okay. Next question. Which of the following reactions will not give primary amine? primary amine is RNH2 formula. Okay. Now first option, this is the amide treated with the Br2KOH Hofmann bromide degradation. So we'll get now CH3, CO is lost, and NH2, which is the primary amine. Option number B. So methyl cyanide is a methyl cyanide becomes CH3, CH2 single bond NH2. This is also primary amine. Option number C. Methyl isocyanide will give N and C after reduction of the aluminum hydride, lithium aluminum hydride. This becomes CH3 and this CH. This is actually the secondary amine. This is the secondary amine. And fourth one is a reduction with the lithium aluminum hydride will give CH3. So CO group becomes CH2, then NH2 here. This is also primary amine. The answer is option number C is the answer here. Okay. Question number 23. IUPAC's name of this compound is. This is the potassium to begin with. Then we have got iron atom in the anionic entity. So it should be ending with a ferrate. And C2O4, these are 2 minor, which is a oxalato. Okay, oxalato. How many times oxalato? 3 times. Should be trioxalato, correct? Now, here given trioxalato here, D option, tetra is not the answer. Tri is given here, tri is given here. Okay, I will calculate the oxidation number of the iron. Potassium 3 into plus 1 charge, correct? And that is the iron is, let it be X plus 3 oxalato. Each oxalate has got charge minus 2. Okay, so and total is equal to 0. Therefore, this X is equal to plus 3 charge. Therefore, answer is option number C, correct? Question number 24. Match the polymer given in the column 1 with the type of linkage present in the column 2. Now, first one is the pterylene. Pterylene is the ester polyester, therefore ester linkage for pterylene. Nylon is a amide, polyamide it is. So therefore amide linkage is there. Cellulose is a carbohydrate. So the glycosidic linkage is there between the two units here. Therefore C for glycosidic linkage. And RNA is a nucleic acid and the linkages are phosphodiester linkage. Okay. So accordingly answer would be option number 2. Second one is the answer here. Clear? Question number 25. Buna-N is a copolymer of 1,3 butadiene and. So here Bu stands for butadiene, Na stands for the sodium metal as the catalyst, N stands for nitrile, and the nitrile is the acrylonitrile. Option number D is the answer. Next question. All reacts involving chemical decomposition. Answer is D. It may be reversible, it may be irreversible, it can be endothermic or it can be exothermic depending on the nature of the reactant and the experimental conditions. Question number 27 is the process of extraction of the gold. Roasted golded ore treated with the cyanide aqueous solution, oxygen is passed to give X. X is treated with the zinc to give Y. Okay, so it is the hydrometallurgy of the gold and silver process. So here complex is from gold complex Au with the number of ligands are equal to 2 in number. Therefore, total charge will be equal to -1 because gold has got +1 state undergo oxidation. In the second state undergoes reduction using zinc. Okay, and zinc will become the complex. Zinc will have coordination number is equal to 4. So therefore, the charge on the zinc is +2. Cyanide salt is the 4 -1 charge. So total is equal to -2 here. So therefore, answer is option number 1. First one is the answer. Question number 28. SN1 reaction is faster in case of. So this is the primary alkyl halide. This is the secondary alkyl halide. This is the secondary alkyl halide, and this would be the tertiary alkyl halide. So tertiary alkyl halide undergo reaction faster through SN1 mechanism compared to second one, compared to the third primary alkyl halide. Okay, the answer is option number 3. C is the answer. Next question, identify Z in the following sequence of reactions. First one, acetaldehyde ethanol treated with the permanganate oxidizing agent. So oxidizing agent will give the acetic acid CH3 COOH, right? Then treat with the thionyl chloride. So we get acid chloride CH3 COCl. This is Y. And then it treated with the sodium acetate CH3 COONA. So the side product is sodium chloride. So the remaining part now it will be CH3CO attached to the oxygen CO and then CH3. So we are going to get anhydride here, acetic anhydride, right? So therefore answer is option number B. Clear? Question number 30. Which of the following pairs of following reaction of xenon compounds not feasible, not possible? See the first one, XeO3 HF gives Xe F6 and 3H2O. But this again reacts each other to give back original reactant XeO3 plus HF. Okay. So it goes in the reverse way around because XeO3 is the most stable one. So the answer is option number 1 is the answer. Rest of the reactions are correct reactions. Next question. In the following question, a statement of assertion is followed by the statement of reason is given. Make the correct choice. Assertion. Simple distillation can help in separating a mixture of propanol 1-ol, boiling point 97 and propanone with the boiling point 56. Reason is that a liquid with a difference of more than 20 degrees centigrade in their boiling point can be separated by simple distillation. Now, but there's a large difference in the boiling point, so we can separate out using the simple distillation. Okay, therefore both the statements are correct statements, and the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion given. Therefore, when you look at the options, answer is option number A. First one is the answer. The cell in which the following reaction take place or occurs, equation given, equilibrium constant you have to calculate. So we have the formula here. E naught cell is equal to 0.0591 divided by log Kc, and we are supposed to calculate Kc value. Okay. E naught cell is given, it is a 0.236, correct? Here it is equal to 0.0591 divided by n. Okay. Now we'll see the n value. Here Fe plus 3 becomes Fe plus 2, right? So what is the difference? 1 electron difference, but the number of moles are 2 and 2. So this is a 2 electron transfer altogether. So into 2, correct? Then log Kc. So when you calculate log Kc would be equal to 7.98 you'll get. Therefore, taking the antilog of this number 7.98 would be, before the decimal point 7 is there, this becomes 10 to the power 7, okay, and 0.98, the antilog of that one would be equal to around 9.69 will come, okay. So you have to make the trick to calculate to find out the antilog, okay. So the answer is option number C here. Clear? Question number 33. Which of the following are the highest boiling point? So we see the structure, benzene structure, then you have got phenol, then you have got toluene, and then finally we have got ethyl benzene, CH2 and CH3 here, right? In general, as the molar mass increases, boiling point also increases. Okay, that means ethyl benzene should have the largest boiling point, but phenol has got the largest boiling point due to hydrogen bonding between the two phenol molecules. So it requires larger temperature, energy to evaporate this one. So answer is option number B. Phenol is the answer. Question number 34. Select the correct statement in the gas equation. PV is equal to nRT. Option A. N is the number of molecules of the gas. N is the number of moles of the gas, not the molecules. Okay. So therefore, A is the wrong statement. N is the moles of the gas having the volume V is correct statement. V denotes the volume of 1 mole of the gas, need not be 1 mole, they are given N here, means for N moles of the gas, okay, wrong statement. P is the pressure of the gas only when the 1 mole of the gas is present, need not be 1 mole only, so wrong option. So the correct statement is option B, right? Question number 35, the IUPAC name of the compound will. So we have got COH, NH2 and OH. Now which is the main function group? So COH is the principal function group, main function group. So it should be carbon number 1, it should be carbon number 2, so carbon number 3. So this becomes amino, this becomes now hydroxy. And the longest chain there are 3 carbon atom, propanoic acid. So according to alphabetic order, I can write 2 amino, 3 hydroxy, propanoic acid. Correct? Answer is first one. Next question, which of the following statement is an incorrect statement? We'll see all the option. The specific conductivity kappa decreases with dilution is correct. As the dilution increases, number of ions per unit volume decreases, therefore conductivity also decreases. The correct statement. Equivalent and molar conductivity increases with dilution in general is correct statement. Lambda m naught for weak electrolyte cannot be found by extrapolation of lambda m to 0 concentration. This is also correct statement. Therefore, we go for Kohlrausch law. Last statement, molar conductivity of strong electrolyte increases with the dilution because ionization increases with dilution. Let me take a potassium chloride in the solution already ionized, strong electrolyte already ionized. But they also always exert a force attack between the two. Now when you dilute more and more, what will happen? Water molecule comes. So they will be separated now. They go away from each other. Ions will go from away from each other and they become independent. Therefore, okay, the molar conductivity increases upon dilution for the strong electrolyte because the water mole comes in between, ions become freer. Attraction decreases. So the last statement is given as the wrong statement because of the wrong reason. So answer is option number D. Next question, which is correct about the saccharin? Four options. First statement correct. This is the correct structure of the saccharin. 600 times sweeter than sugar is also correct. Artificial sweetening agents. Sweetening agents correct. So answer is all of these. Question number 38. Phenol is less soluble in water. This is due to. Now phenol structure is benzene attached to the OH group. Correct. And this is a polar in nature. OH is polar in nature, delta plus and delta minus, which can form hydrogen bond with the water molecule. Correct. Okay. But this aromatic group, benzene, is a non-polarities. Okay, non-polar. But it cannot form hydrogen bonding with the water molecule generally. As the non-polar groups increases, the solidity generally decreases. Therefore, answer is option number C, non-polar hydrocarbon part in it. Right. Question number 39. Calculate the uncertainty in the momentum. Delta P is supposed to calculate if it is confined to a region of 1 in 10 power minus 10 meter. So using Heisenberg uncertainty principle, delta X into delta P is equal to or greater than H divided by 4 pi. Correct? So delta P is equal to H divided by 4 pi into delta X. So Planck's constant is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34, right? Divided by 4 into 3.14 pi value into the delta X is equal to 10 to the power minus 10. So this comes approximately 5.27 into 10 to the power minus 25 comes. Okay, clear? So the answer is option number D. Fourth one is the answer. Question number 40. Teflon, starch, neoprene. All these are. Okay. Teflon is a polymer. Synthetic polymer. Starch is a carbohydrate, a polymer type. Neoprene is a synthetic polymer. And all these contain only one type of monomer. Therefore, answer is option number D. These are homopolymers. Clear? Question number 41. Chlorine in +1 state is in which one? Okay. So answer is option number fourth one. Suppose I want to calculate oxygen number chlorine. Let it be X. There are 2 chlorine atoms. Then we have got plus oxygen minus 2 oxidation number, total should be equal to 0, 2x is equal to 2, therefore x is equal to plus 1 here. Clear? Right? Question number 42, pick up the correct statement. Statement A, boiling point alkyl halides are greater than those of the corresponding alkane, correct? Because if I take alkyl halide, this is the polar species, the delta minus, delta plus, and alkanes, for example, if I take RR, so there is no polarity difference, correct? Therefore, if it is a polar, they have got a higher boiling point. Statement 1 is correct. In water, solubility decreases in the order, okay? As the molar mass increases, the solubility generally decreases, correct statement. Aniline is a weaker base than ammonia, NH3. Okay, missing here. Okay. So aniline, in case aniline, what will happen? The lone pair of electron present on the nitrogen is involved in the resonance. Therefore, lone pair is not available for donation. Therefore, it is a weaker base. Correct statement. Okay. Therefore, answer is all the above. Right. Question number 43. 5 moles of the gas is put through a series of changes shown in the cyclic process. So then A to B, B to C, C to A respectively are. Let us see A to B. Okay. Now A to B means the volume remain the same. If volume remain the same here, correct? Volume remain the same and temperature changes. Volume remain the same means it should be isochoric. Correct? Now see here A to C. In the A to C, temperature is a fixed. Volume can change. Correct? Therefore, it is a isothermal process. It is a isothermal process. Now see B to C. Along B to C, volume changes, temperature also changes, but pressure is a constant here. We can see pressure is a constant. If the pressure is a constant, then it is a isobaric process. Correct? It is a isobaric process. Therefore, answer is option number A. Question number 44. The second ionization enthalpy is, read all the options, they speak with respect to ionization enthalpy, first ionization enthalpy, third ionization enthalpy, electron gain enthalpy, all of these, and they get smaller than, almost, and smaller than, equal to they given. Let me take aluminium. Aluminum can lose 1 electron, aluminum can lose 2 electron, aluminum can lose 3 electron, correct? So, energy required to remove the first electron is called as the first ionization enthalpy, this one is the second ionization enthalpy, this one is the third ionization enthalpy. As you go on removing the electron, size of the cation goes on decreases. When the size of the cation goes on decreases, effective nuclear charge increases, therefore not easy to remove the one more electron. So therefore we have got I3, third ionization enthalpy actually greater compared to E2 compared to E1. Okay. Therefore answer is option number C. Smaller than third ionization enthalpy is the correct answer. Question number 45. Collision theory is applicable only for, it's a bimolecular reactions only, because more number of molecules cannot collide effectively. Okay. So meant only for bimolecular reaction. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe RD Chemistry and the Telegram channel. Thank you for watching.